Yo, what's up, Apple Ricky? What's up, Twisted Emo? Sorry to tell you guys, the internet is not working today here in my house. The internet is not working today here in my house, so it might have to cancel this live today. Might have to cancel this live stream today because the internet is not working too well here in my house today, which sucks really bad. Because we have this weekly show here, and now suddenly my internet is not working. This is not good. Yeah, yeah, this sucks, guys. This sucks. This sucks. The live stream was a fail today. My internet is not working. Oh, you see, I did not know that. Someone said YouTube is shut down right now. Someone said YouTube is shut down right now. So I'm probably gonna have to wait for this. I'm gonna have to reschedule this live stream, yo, cause yeah, this nothing's working right now. Nothing's working, dude. That's crazy. Who's there? Can anyone even see me right now? Damn, you see, look, nothing's working, dude. What the heck? That's crazy. Oh, see, look, my TV's gone too. Dang, that's crazy. Dominic St. Clair says, hey, what's up, Dominic? Hey, apparently YouTube is down right now. Apparently YouTube is down right now. That's why a lot of people aren't in the chat. Apparently YouTube is down right now, bro. That's crazy, right? Hey, Dominic, can you shoot on Saturday, bro? Can you shoot on Saturday? We're all gonna meet up like at 7 in the evening. Dominic, can you shoot on Saturday? Let me know, bro. Let me know before you leave, because I might have to cut this live short today because the YouTube's not working. YouTube's not working. What the hell's up with this? Well, there's 4 people watching now. Dominic says, yes, I can shoot on Saturday. Awesome, bro. Awesome. Thank you so much, bro. Hell yeah. Thank you so much. If you still have my address. If you don't, just let me know and I'll shoot it to you so you could make it over here, bro. Hell yeah. Thank you so much, man. Damn, dude. I usually have more viewers. There's only like 5 viewers right now. I guess a lot of people is look, I'm on my freaking my phone's not even working. Look at that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Damn. This sucks. Wolf says, yo, what up? YouTube works just fine for me at least. Yeah, it's not working for me though. It's not working for me and a lot of people. It is not working for me and a lot of people, bro. This sucks. Can you guys smash the thumbs up? Can you guys smash the thumbs up right there? Everyone that's here, can you guys please smash the thumbs up? Apple Ricky says, hey, I'm here. My phone is being a piece of S. Yeah, I told you. Apple Ricky, something's wrong with YouTube. Dominic says, I was wondering what was going on. Yeah, I read in a comment somewhere right now that YouTube is apparently down right now. YouTube is apparently down right now, supposedly. Look at my TV. I always have visuals playing in the background, and now look, something went wrong. Something went wrong. My phone doesn't work. What else? My tablet doesn't work either. Dude, nothing's working for me right now. This sucks. And I really need the internet to read information, you know? And this just ruined my whole my Halloween franchise discussion. Now I'm gonna have to do it another day. I'm gonna have to do it next week though, because there's a chance I might not be going live on Sunday. I'm probably gonna go to the Myers house in Pasadena, to do a video and to see the Halloween Kills props right there at the Sugarmint Gallery. I've been wanting to go to that for a while, and this year they have the Kills mask, and I really want to see it. So I think I might be doing that this Sunday. So I might not do this this Halloween franchise discussion until next Wednesday. Until next Wednesday again. This sucks though. Apple Ricky says, "Have you seen the Silence of the Lambs?" Yes, Apple Ricky, I have. Buffalo Bill. Hey, stop doing that. Buffalo Bill, Hannibal Lecter, all that stuff. Yes, I've seen that. Hannibal Lecter was a cannibal. That's why they call him Hannibal the Cannibal. Wolf says, probably going to be a short stream tonight then. Yeah, it's going to be short, bro. It's going to be probably like only 30 minutes. I'm probably only going to be here 30 minutes because I really need the internet to look at information and stuff. No? Twisted Emo says, you think YouTube is working for me at least because YouTube on my TV is working and now YouTube is working for me on my phone. Nah, nothing's working for me right now. Nothing is working for me right now at all, dude. This is horrible. This is... Well, let me see. Check my other phones. Dominic says, are you sending me a new script for Saturday? Yeah, I'm going to send you a new script, bro. I'm going to send you a new script. Don't even trip about that. Yeah, I'm going to send you a script right now after this live is done, depending on how it goes right now, because I don't think it's going to go too far today, honestly, guys, because my my internet's really acting horribly, bro. Like, really, really horrible. It's acting horrible, man. Acting horrible, guys. Horrible. I can't even do nothing on here. Can't even do nothing on here, guys. It sucks. Damn. Apple Ricky says, Callum Vincent is a great fit for Isaac. I know, Apple. Hell yeah. Crimson says, hey, how's it going, Frank? I got a gel blaster today. It's based off of the Tech 9, which is the gun in GTA San Andreas. That's cool, man. That's cool, Crimson. That's cool. Glad to see you here, bro. Hell yeah. Unfortunately, today, freaking Instagram's being really crappy. So, you know, it's probably going to be a short stream. I can't really get my internet to work too good right now, which sucks. Sucks horribly. Sucks horribly. Yeah, this sucks, dude. How's everyone doing today, though? Whoever's here, how's everyone doing? Welcome to Hollywood Horror Film Club. My name is Frank. Today is Horror Talk Wednesdays, episode 51, but I might have to reschedule this episode. Might have to reschedule this episode, guys. Damn, that's crazy how nothing is working here. Let's see. Crimson says, there's 16 people. We should get this stream to 16 likes. We should. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up, guys. Come on, everyone. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up. Apple Ricky says, I'm doing good. Awesome, Apple Ricky. Crimson says, 18 now. Surya Khan says, hi. What's up, Surya Khan? How you doing? Glad to see you here on the chat. Glad to see you here on another episode of Horror Talk Wednesdays. Episode 51. Crimson says, gel blasters are fun, but they hurt like hell. To be shot with, I felt it's like airsoft, but with Orbeez. Yeah, I remember I used to play paintball with my cousin back growing up. That shit hurts too, that shit hurts hard, bro. Paintball guns, woof, they leave a massive bruise on you. I remember I had this friend who let himself get shot point blank with a paintball gun in the stomach. Freaking bruised like that, bro. Purple like a grape. That was crazy. His name was Jared. That dude was crazy. That dude was crazy. Some white boy named Daniel shot him in the stomach. That shit was crazy, dude. Crimson says, and it's way cheaper than airsoft. Hey, Crimson, do you like paintball? Have you ever messed with paintball? Paintball guns. Have you ever messed with paintball guns, bro? Let me know in the chat right there. Let me know in the chat if you ever messed with paintball guns. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up, guys. Come on. Damn, this stream was a bust today. Apple Ricky says, naming your child Purge after the Purge. That would be crazy, right? That would be a crazy name. That would be a crazy, crazy name for a kid, Apple Ricky. Purge? Purge? What a name, huh? Crimson says, I never tried paintball. I'm too chicken. I don't want a bunch of bruises all over me. It feels good after a while, though. After a while, you don't even feel it anymore. You become numb to it. After a while, you just become numb to it. After a while, you just become numb to it, yo. Damn, dude, my stream was a bust today. It was horrible. Had to get a soda, guys. Had to get a soda. Had to get a soda. All right, so let me see. Crimson says, is that bald Michael Myers mask in the back? Yes. Yes, I have not finished rehauling that mask. I have not gotten started on it. So yes, that's bald Michael Myers right there for you. That is bald Michael Myers. Surya Khan says, do you believe in ghosts? Have you ever seen one? Do you ever try calling spirits using Ouija board? Nah, I never tried calling spirits with the Ouija board. I had one in the 90s, but my mom threw it away. I have though seen creepy stuff. I've seen creepy stuff. I've seen creepy stuff growing up. One time, since it's Halloween coming up, let's talk about some scary stuff then. One time, like, I don't know, like 13, 14 years ago, I was with some friends up at the mountains, and I swear I got chased by a leprechaun, dude. I swear I got chased by a leprechaun. It was a little man, like about this tall, dude. That thing was scary. It had like brownish, hairy skin. It looked weird, bro. I had dirty clothes on, and it chased me. It chased me down like a wooded path, dude. I even ended up running over my friend who was fatter than me, dude, and tossing him over than me. I've seen some crazy stuff. Then one time, I left the park around like 2 a.m. This is probably like, I don't know, maybe like 2011 or something like that. And I shit you not, like from the park, I saw this really tall, like 7-foot tall thing with horns calling out to me, dude. I freaking ran home. That was crazy, bro. That was crazy. I seen some UFOs in the sky, like silver discs flying in a shape, like that. I've seen some crazy stuff, bro. I've seen some crazy stuff. Crimson says, "Oh, can you get me a soda too, JK?" Hell yeah, Crimson. There you go, man. Twisted Emo says, "Imagine if Michael's mask was bald through the entire franchise. That would be funny. That would be pretty funny. Michael would not be as scary, honestly. I think the hair adds a layer of scariness to him. Cause you could see the hair in the shadows, you know. Just... Crimson says, "Shit, that might been a Wendigo at the park." Crimson says, "Shit, that might have been a Wendigo at the park." Yeah, I've heard of those. They're like shapeshifters, huh? They're like shapeshifter type things, like entities or something. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. I remember, dude, that thing was like 7 feet tall. It had horns. It almost, like in the shadows, it almost looked like Aku. I don't know if any of y'all ever seen Samurai Jack in the 90s, but he always used to fight against this demon with horns, like really tall horns. It looked like that. Twisted Emo says, I remember when I was 5 or 6, I looked at the front and I saw this weird object in the sky and they had glowing lights. And then my uncle came and told me it's probably a UFO. Hey, that's cool, Twisted Emo. A few years back, like around 2015, I looked outside of my window. It was probably like 5 or 6 in the morning, and I saw this little glowing orb. I saw this little glowing orb, and it wasn't even big. It was probably like about this big. It was a glowing orb, glowing of light, just white and bluish light. And I saw it standing outside of my backyard floating. It looked at me, and then it shot up into the sky. I saw that. I shit you not. I saw that. Crimson says, in the winter, I wanted to make a movie about the rake. That's cool. That's cool, man. You should have done it. Crimson says, and make a horror movie in the snow. Yeah, I think a horror movie about the Wendigo would be good. No one really messes with that character and that urban legend a lot. I remember first hearing about a Wendigo back in the day, and that book called Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. There's a story about some guy that camps out in the snow by himself, and I guess he's like getting tormented by some Wendigo like demon thing. You know, it's like messing with his tent and stuff. There's like foot tracks and stuff, but he doesn't see anyone. You know, it's crazy. He finds like dead animals tied up in the tree and stuff. Yeah, I remember that was crazy. That's the first time I ever heard of a Wendigo back in the 90s. And I thought it was a Wendigo because I'm Mexican, you know, so I thought it was a Wendigo or something. I was pronouncing the name wrong, but it's Wendigo. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like a Native American folklore type legend. Apple Ricky says, years ago, my mom put a clown doll in my bathroom in my brother's room. The doll looked like the doll from Poltergeist. She put that on his little table. He grabbed it. He ran down the hall screaming. Its head fell off. Laugh out loud. Yeah, that's crazy. That's pretty funny too. That's funny too, Apple Ricky. That's crazy. Your little brother must have been scared shitless, huh? That's crazy. Surya Khan says, did you visit Area 51? Do you believe in those conspiracy theories? No, I have not visited Area 51. I have not. But I think there is some truth. I think there is some truth to every conspiracy theory, or else it wouldn't exist, you know? I think there is some truth to every conspiracy theory. It may not be how we picture it, but there is some truth to them. There is some truth to them. I mean, little by little, they're letting us know that there's Surya Khan. I don't know if you watch the news or any of that UFO stuff, but little by little, they're letting us know that UFOs are real. I mean, they've already let us know UFOs are real. They started to really let us know like around 2019. Around 2019, that's when I remember a lot of this like UFO stuff was starting to be declassified. I remember in 2019, I saw one of like the first videos actually released by the government, the Pentagon or whatever, the U.S. Air Force, of them flying over the ocean, and there's like some little UFOs like on the bottom of them flying under them. You know, this was back in 2019. So little by little, they've been releasing information, but it's just that there's other distractions going on, so the whole UFO thing doesn't seem as big as it should be. You know, so yeah, I believe I believe it. I believe there's definitely stuff hidden there that we're not supposed to see or not meant to see yet. You know? Hell yeah. Definitely. My father was a huge conspiracy theorist. He was like really into the Kennedy case. Really into it. Apple says, no, it was my older brother. It was when we were little kids. Also, one time I put on his bed. I'm sure he shit himself screaming it was next to him. Yeah, okay, I get you now, Apple Ricky. I read it wrong. But yeah, that's pretty funny though, Apple Ricky. That's pretty funny still though, that you made your little brother get scared like that. That's crazy. That's crazy, Apples. Damn, my YouTube's still not working, yo. What the hell? Hey, is everyone's YouTube working? Everyone, let me know in the chat. Is your YouTube working? Surya Cat says, I ever passed through a Bermuda Triangle? Nah, never. I don't even think I want to. People go missing there. Apple Ricky says, I believe it was back in 2017 when the It remake came out. Yeah. That's when your brother got scared or what, Apple Ricky? Is that when you scared him with the clown toy? Surya Khan says, yeah. Nah, Surya Khan. I wouldn't even want to go to the Bermuda Triangle, bro. I wouldn't even want to fly by there. Planes go down, ships sink. Dude, hell no. Hell no. I don't even like flying on airplanes, to be honest. I hate flying, bro. Last time I remember flying was when I was a kid. I was probably like 7 or 8. Believe it or not, it's the last time I've been on a plane. I don't want to go on a plane again. Hell no. I don't like it. Crimson says 2017 was 8 years ago. It's crazy. Yeah, that is crazy, right? That is crazy. That is crazy. But you know what? I'd rather it be now than 2017. When it was 2017, I was not where I'm at right now. I'm nowhere special either right now, you know. But I'm just saying I'm a little more leveled up than I was in 2017, just a little bit. But yeah, that's crazy. That's 8 years ago. That's almost a decade ago, bro. That's almost a decade ago. 2017. 27, that's crazy. I remember I was playing a lot with my band at that time in 2017. Um yeah, I like it better now. I like it better now. I like it better now. 2017 seems like amateur years for me already. Apple Ricky says, not yes, not out loud. I don't know if he's still scared of that. Ask him, Apple Ricky. Show him the clown again one day. Show him that clown toy if you still have it. Crimson says it's nostalgic to me because I'm still kind of young. Raphael turned 14 last year. Oh yeah, for you, yeah, of course, man. You're 14, so you just turned 14 last year. So you were like freaking a kid back then, huh? You're a freaking like not even a teenager. You're like elementary school at that time. Yeah, I was already like 2017. I was already like what? Freaking, I was like what? I don't know, I was like 26 or 27 already, almost 30. So yeah, obviously I was way older than you. But yeah, bro, yeah. I mean, it's still nostalgic sometimes, you know, for me too as well. I'm gonna tell you something about nostalgia, bro. Nostalgia, it never stops. It never ends. You're gonna be you see how you're 14 and you're nostalgic for 2017. Crimson, you see how you're 14 and you're nostalgic for 2017? When I was 14, I was nostalgic for like the 90s, bro. When I was 14 in high school, like in 2005, when I started high school, everything seemed so modern already for me back then. And now it seems primitive 20 years ago, right? But in 2005, I was nostalgic for like 98, 97, 99, 2000, 2001, you know? Like my elementary years, I was nostalgic for that. And now that I'm what 34, now I'm kind of nostalgic for maybe I don't know 4 or 5 years ago, like 2021, 22, or possibly like around the whole Halloween Blumhouse trilogy. I'm nostalgic for that, for the years of the Blumhouse trilogy. I'm pretty nostalgic for that because those were some good times. So yeah, nostalgia never ends, bro. Nostalgia never ends. No matter what age you are, nostalgia hits you. It's always gonna hit you as you get older, even more as you get older, bro. And like my little sister, she's only like what 11, and she's already nostalgic for 2021 when the Chucky TV series premiered. To her, those are some better times. You know, it's crazy. I'm telling you, nostalgia is always follows you, no matter what age you are. I mean, honestly, I think you start feeling nostalgia around 10 years old. Around 10 years old is when I think you could already really comprehend nostalgia. Alporica says, which is better, original 1998 or the 2017 remake? I like the original one because that's the first one I saw as a kid growing up. But the 2017 one is good too. It's good too. I like it too as well because they expanded the lore. They expanded the lore because that first It movie was not even like a full full movie. It was kind of like a short movie. It was a short story by Stephen King, and they made a short TV movie out of it. You know, the first It movie, I don't even think it was in theaters. I think it was a TV movie. So I like what they did with the 2017 reboot. It was cool. It was cool. It's what the hold on, the It reboot and the Child's Play reboot were like one of the last reboots to come out from the 2010s. From the 2010s. The It reboot came out 2017. Child's Play reboot reboot came out 2019. Yeah, those are the last reboots that came out from the 2010s. And they did it accordingly too. They did it on the last, like, what, 2-3 years of the decade of the 2010s. They released the Child's Play reboot and the It reboot all late, but they still released it. Ghost Rider says, what's up? What's up, Ghost Rider? How you doing? How you doing, bro? Glad to see you here, Ghost Rider. Please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, Ghost Rider? Get us up to 5, please, bro, because today we had a horrible freaking, my internet wasn't working today, man, so I wasn't able to get all my thumbs up right there. Please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, man, please. Surya Khan says, do you think Philadelphia incident, the ship teletransported? What happened in Philadelphia? The Philadelphia incident? That sounds like something that would be in a history book. The Philadelphia incident. Let me see. Crimson says, honestly, I don't know if I'll ever outgrow Halloween. I haven't, bro. I'm 34. I've been seeing Halloween since I was like freaking 5, 4, 6, around there. I'm gonna be watching Halloween until I'm a gray or bald old man, bro. I'll be watching Halloween, still finding things that I didn't see in my younger years, you know? That's gonna be crazy, bro. When I'm an old man and I'm watching Halloween and I'm still finding things I didn't see in the movie when I was a younger man, like right now. Leroy Lorax says, just realize, have seen Friends, 2 are boys and 5 are girls. My first friends were girls and I had the boys 2 years ago. Bro, I never realized, but I really don't care. I don't care either, bro. I'll be cool with anyone that's cool with me. Doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl. Chimuri Offer said, hi, what's up, Chimuri Offer? How you doing? My name is Frank. Welcome to Hollywood Horror Film Club. Today is Horror Talk Wednesdays, episode, I guess, 51. But I'm not so sure because I'm not really going according to the episode plan because I'm having internet problems. But welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Apple Ricky said, did you see the Omen remake that came out on June 6th? Yes, Apple Ricky, I remember that. I remember that reboot. I remember that. I remember when that came out. I was in detention in high school when that came out. I was in detention. I was in detention, bro. I was in detention. I remember that day. We're all in detention. Everyone thought something bad was gonna happen. Everyone thought the apocalypse was gonna happen or something because it was June 6, 2006 and all that good stuff, you know? But nothing happened. It was just a movie. Yeah, that reboot came out that was a 2000s reboot. That was a 2000s reboot. And then later on we had more reboots in the 2010s as well. Yeah, great time, great time. All right, Apple Ricky says, what did you think of the remake of Child's Play? For me, they were kind of lazy. Honestly, Apple Ricky, I kind of liked it. I'm not going to lie. I actually liked the Child's Play reboot. I thought it was a fresh take on Chucky. It was a little different than what we were used to, but it was still pretty much the same thing. It was just more AI, more modern with the whole AI stuff going on, you know? But I actually liked it. I liked the lighting of the movie. It looked cool. I liked the concept as well. But I didn't mind the movie. I honestly wanted a sequel to that movie. I honestly thought it was pretty good. It had some It vibes going on, you know, because that reboot also came out during the It 2017 craze as well. So it had the It vibe going on with the group of kids, you know, trying to take down Chucky. I actually liked that, and I could see that they took inspiration from that movie for the TV series to get a group of kids to go against Chucky. Sound familiar? Lexi, Jake, Devin, freaking Jake's cousin, you know? Although he was like one of the killers though. But yeah, like I said, I could see they took a lot of inspo from that movie as well too. So yeah, I didn't mind the Child's Play reboot. I thought it was okay. I like Mark Hamill as Chucky's voice. It was pretty cool. It was different. Yeah, I didn't mind it. I thought it was cool. Leroy Lorax says, bro, my friend got escorted out of class because he told the class he had a gun. Damn, idiot. Why? Hey, what, Leroy? Why would he do that? Leroy, why would he do that? You know he's probably gonna get expelled, right? Leroy Lorax, you know your boy is probably gonna get expelled, right? You know he's probably gonna have to switch schools, and then once he goes to a new school and they tell the dean why he got kicked out of the other school, they're probably not gonna trust your friend. They're probably not. He's probably not gonna be wanted in any school, bro. Yeah, he's probably not gonna be wanted in any school, dude. That kid messed up, bro. And then the cops are gonna start asking him questions. They're probably gonna go search his house just to make sure it's just a threat with no merit to it, you know? Yeah, dude, it's a whole freaking it's a whole process with cops. I hate cops. That's why I don't mess with them. Yeah, bro, the parents they're gonna question the parents and be like, why is your son saying this? They're probably gonna watch what he watches online. Then they start keeping a close eye on him. Damn, bro, your friend messed up, bro. Your friend messed up big time. If his parents want, they could probably take him to some kind of like, what is it? Psych ward or institutionalize him. You know, if they think he's not well. So yeah, dude, your friend just got himself into a heap of shit, dude. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, you could mess around in school and stuff and be an idiot, bro. But yeah, once you start talking about guns and shit like that, that's a different thing. Like you could be a class clown and stuff. I was a class clown, you know. You could throw paper balls at the other kids. The teachers won't care about any of that stuff, bro. You could not do your work. You could talk in class. The teachers won't care about any of that. But once you freaking start talking about like weapons in school, that's it, dude. You're done. Dude, you are done. Your friend is a jackass. Surya Cat says, Chucky, that creepy doll featured in WWE back in 1996 when they released their sequel, Rick Steiner versus Scott Steiner feud. Yes, I remember that. You remember that? Wait, was that 1996? Or wasn't that like 1998 or 99 when After Bride of Chucky came out? Remember? Didn't that happen after Bride of Chucky came out? Because I remember watching that match when I was a kid. My uncle used to watch wrestling a lot. And I remember seeing Chucky on the screen, and he was talking shit to one of the wrestlers. Wasn't that 1998 or 99, around right there? Because I remember seeing it was stitched up Chucky from Bride of Chucky, and he was there on the teleprompter thing on the wall, and he was right there like talking smack to one of the wrestlers. Aporeki says, didn't you say the students put 666 on their arms or something? Yeah. Back in 2006, I was like what, 10th grade? Was I like I was like 9th grade to June 2000. I was 10th grade going. No, I was 9th grade. In June 2006, I was finishing 9th grade, about to start 10th grade in the fall. So yeah, I was like 14, about to be 15. Yeah, there was like all the emo kids back then, you know, because emo was like emo's always been around, and punk rock and goth, all that shit's always been around. It's just that it's mainstream now. It was kind of mainstream then too, though. But yeah, all the emo kids, metalheads, all the goth kids, punk rockers, they were all wearing like 666 written on their hands, on their faces, on their foreheads and shit, you know, pentagrams and stuff. People had like the devil star right here on their forehead, like the Manson family. So it was a whole thing going on. I didn't do any of that though, because I was like, okay, if we fools look dumb, you know. You fools look dumb, you know? That y'all look like clones copying each other, doing the same thing. But I was still aware of the conspiracies. But yeah, I remember that. Apariki says, F the 2009 Children of the Corn movie. I agree. Apariki says, bro, you're not allowed to talk about guns or weapons at school. Like, you're insane. Yeah, like, that's what I'm telling. That's what I'm saying about Leroy Lorax's friend. Leroy Lorax's friend said some dumb stuff and he got escorted out of class. I remember getting escorted out of class for, you know, not doing my work or smelling like beer in class or something, or weed, or being a class clown, but never that, dude. Never that. I never had the need for that kind of like negative kind of attention, you know. Let me see. Sirican says, the other Philadelphia experiment, the Philadelphia experiment is a legendary but unsustained tale from World War II about the U.S. Navy making the destroyer escort USS Eldridge invisible to radar. Oh yeah, I remember that. I've heard about that. Yeah, that they made that submarine invisible during during, well, I don't know if it was during a battle, but apparently they managed to make a submarine invisible. I remember my dad used to watch. My dad was like a super big like World War I, World War II historian, bro. Vietnam. He loved all the wars. My dad loved all the wars, bro. All of them. So yeah, I remember he once was watching something similar to what you're describing, where they managed to make a submarine invisible. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Apareki says, I heard the story. One time a water park, a kid jumped on the diving board. He jumped very high and he shat while he was in the air, and he filled the pool with shit to the bottom of the pool. That's nasty, yo. That's nasty. One time I cut my foot jumping on a diving board. Oh, that was horrible. And then landing in the bleach soaked water was even worse with the fresh open wound. Oh, bro. That shit hurt. There was blood all over the pool, bro. And you know how blood looks when it gets in the water? It just looks nasty. It looks violent. It looks gross. Yeah, dude, I cut like the inside of my toe, like right here. Like the inside of my toe when I jumped on the diving board. I didn't jump far enough, and my feet skinned, like they slid the edge of the diving board because I was jumping on it. I was jumping on the diving board to jump, but I didn't jump far enough, like you're supposed to jump far out. I jumped up, and instead of jumping far out, I just jumped up straight. I went back down straight, and my feet skinned the edge of the diving board. Oh, dude, the pain! Because the diving board also has like this little like grain built into it, so you have grip on your feet. Oh, bro, that thing skinned my foot open. Cut, bro, cut. And it was so easy to cut my foot because my feet were wet. And when your feet are wet, they're super soft. Bro, the blood in the pool looked horrible. Looked like a horror movie. And then when I got out, the cut was like pink inside in the meat, and it was burning because of the the bleach. Crazy stuff, bro. Let me see. Leroy Lorax says, bro, I got crazy news of my friend just now. What happened? What happened, Leroy Lorax? What happened to your amigo? What happened to your amigo, Leroy? Apareki says, that shit was just chilling at the bottom of the pool. Nasty. That's nasty. That is nasty. Apareki says, goddamn, Frank, your foot got effed up. Yeah, my foot got messed up. It was on the side of my big toe. It was this foot right here. This foot. So it was on the side of my big toe right here. Oh, that was horrible, dude. That was horrible. That diving board was rough, too. Like, I jumped, but I didn't jump far enough. Like you're supposed to jump far out. I just jumped, and I just stayed straight. And when I went down, my foot skinned the edge, the tip of the diving board. And I just felt this sharp pain. I landed in the water. Oh, I felt something burning. I looked down. There's like, dude, when I look down in the water on my foot, you just see like blood. You just see blood gushing out. Like I don't know if any of you ever been cut and then put your hand underwater and you just see the blood swimming. That's how it looked, bro. Like a trail of blood just following me. It was gore. And then the lifeguards asked me to get out. They pulled me out. Then they took me to the freaking to the infirmary. They wrapped my foot up in bandages and they cleaned it up first. Oh, dude, I thought I needed stitches, but I didn't. Let me see. Oh, what's up, Cosplay Zano? What's up, Frank? How you been, my handsome brother? How you doing, Cosplay Zano? How you doing, bro? Glad to see you here on the channel. Another episode of Horror Talk Wednesdays, episode 51, bro. But today my internet was acting up horribly, so I wasn't able to do the what is it to do the show I wanted to do. I wanted to talk about the Halloween franchise, all the movies, but unfortunately my internet was acting up today at the beginning of the stream, so I wasn't able to do my I was gonna say lesson plan like a damn teacher. I wasn't able to do the segment I wanted to do about the Halloween film. So we're just talking now today, just random Q&A, Caspizano says that got to hurt. Yes, it did hurt a lot, bro. It did hurt a lot, especially then landing in a water full of then landing in a pool full of water with bleach. Even worse. Castellano says just recently watched Leprechaun 3 in Las Vegas. Awesome, bro. I love that movie. I love all the Leprechaun movies. They're awesome. They're fun to watch. Yeah, man. Leprechaun is cool, bro. Leprechaun is cool, man. Hell yeah, I love Leprechaun. Leprechaun. Castellano says, I'm hanging in there the best I can. Sorry I'm late and sorry I couldn't help you on your film. I'm disappointed with myself for that. It's all good, Castellano. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all good, man. Yeah, today my stream was kind of a bust. Like I said, I didn't get to do the segment I wanted to do about all the Halloween movies. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up, though, guys. Come on. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up. Yeah, we're also going to be filming for Halloween Ends this Saturday night. I'm really excited. We're going to be filming for Halloween Ends. Damn. Aporeki says that's why they should fix the diving board if that happens again. Yep, they should, right? But this was like 20 years ago, though, Aporeki. This was like in 2003 or 2002. Way before you were born. Way before. You wouldn't be born for like another freaking like 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011. I don't know, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. You wouldn't be born for another 8 years, Aporeki. But yeah, this is like in 2003 though. Leroy Lorak says, I received news from my friend. Try to hurt himself. Why? Why? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, man. Damn, why would he do that? Why would your friend do that, bro? Why would he even say that in school, bro? Castellano says, all respect, Frank. You are an 8 out of 10. Awesome, man. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much for the rating. Castellano says, sorry to hear, Leroy Lorax. Yeah, bro, that's crazy. Hey, what is it? Castellano, Leroy Lorax's friend, said he had a gun in school, and they took him, bro. They took him. I told you. Leroy Lorax, I told you all these consequences were going to come from that. Leroy Lorax, I told you all these consequences were going to come from that, bro. Yeah, you don't mess around saying that. You see, like I told you, him saying that, now his parents are probably going to be on their investigation. Now he's probably going to have to go to a psychologist or some kind of psych ward. So they could do a mental evaluation on him probably. What else? They're going to start checking what he looks at online. That kid's going to get monitored now. What else? It's going to be hard to find him a school now because whenever all the other schools hear about why he got kicked out, they're not going to trust him in the school, you know? So he's probably going to have to end up going to like some homeschool type deal or some continuation school or something where he goes and just picks up his packet of work and goes back home, you know? Or something, you know? But yeah, that kid messed up. He messed up his teenage years. But yeah. Castellano says, no problem, Frank. Love giving my friend compliments. Awesome, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, bro. Hell yeah. Leroy Lorax says, I'm just flabbergasted. Yeah, bro, that's crazy, huh? Uncle Cole says, what are you going as for Halloween, dude? For Halloween, dude, I got 3 costumes I'm going to be. I'm probably going to be Jason, Michael, and Ghostface. So I'm going to go to one party as Jason. I'm going to go to another as Michael, and then to another as Ghostface. Hell yeah. And what's up, Uncle Cole? If you're new here, welcome to Hollywood Horror Film Club. My name is Frank. Today is Horror Talk Wednesdays, episode 51. But I didn't get to do my segment I wanted to do since the internet was acting up earlier. But yeah, please like and subscribe to the channel. Welcome to Hollywood Horror Film Club. Please smash the thumbs up right there, Uncle Cole. Please, if you're a horror fan, join us here, man. Please. Castellano says, when people are mentally down, it's best to talk because bottling in will make it worse. Yeah, that is true. That is true. That is true. That is true. bottling it in. Yeah, that is true, bro. I can't remember the last time I really needed, like, I was mad or something. Casizano says, I watched Human Centipede. Yeah, that movie's cool, bro. That movie is badass. It's a cool movie. I like it. Apariki says, one time someone said I have a bomb on an airplane. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. You're gonna find yourself real fast on the floor or in handcuffs. Yeah, dude, that's crazy. That's why I don't ride airplanes. They go down too easily. You could easily turn an airplane to a weapon. That's why I don't like riding airplanes. Give me a second, guys. I'll be back. Yo, what up? I'm back. Apple Ricky said, okay, Cosplay's says, Frank, what's the next horror movie you're going to watch? And what's the next horror movie you want to turn into a fan film? The next horror movie I'm going to watch is going to be The Black Phone 2. I'm going to watch The Black Phone 2 sometime next week because I'm going to be busy all this weekend. Tomorrow I have to go turn in some scenes to the producers to the movie I'm working on with them. And then I got band practice later on that day. Then Friday I have a show with my band. We're playing some Halloween party here in Los Angeles. And then Saturday I have a shoot with my cast for my Halloween Ends fan film. And then Sunday I might be going to the Sugarman Gallery in Pasadena to the Michael Myers house to see the Halloween Kills props. So I probably won't see The Black Phone until like Monday or Tuesday next week, which is all right. I like going to the theater during the week when no one's there. Like when no one's there, so I could be like the only one in the theater. I hate it when there's a bunch of people in the theater. Honestly, yeah, I hate it when there's a bunch of people in the theater. I like watching the movie alone by myself. I feel weird when there's a bunch of people there. I feel way more relaxed when I'm just there alone. And the next film I want to turn the next film I want to turn into a fan film. Well, the next thing I'm gonna be doing in a few months, we're gonna shoot Halloween Ends. What's left of this month and a little bit of November, and then the next project I'm gonna start working on is gonna be my Richard Ramirez short film. I'm gonna do a short film on Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. That's gonna be cool as hell. And then from there, I'm gonna start prepping for. I'm probably gonna start writing my Clown 2 script. Actually, I'm probably gonna start writing the Clown 2 while I'm working on the Richard Ramirez short film. And then I'm also gonna start prepping for the Boogeyman 2 next year. We're gonna do a sequel to my first Halloween fan film, The Boogeyman. We're gonna do a sequel called the Boogeyman 2, or is it gonna be called The Boogeyman 2? No, I think I'm gonna call it. Well, I haven't really thought of the title yet, but we're gonna do a sequel to my first Halloween fan film, The Boogeyman. Oh yeah, I think it's gonna be called The Boogeyman, a Halloween 2 fan film. So yeah, I'm gonna start getting prepped for that, and then hopefully next year as well, next fall, I'll be able to make a John Carver fan film, a Thanksgiving fan film, and maybe if I could and if I have the space to squeeze it in, I'll make a Hard Ice fan film. I'm also thinking about making a Hard Ice fan film. Like I said though, if I'm able to squeeze it in, between Halloween Ends and Night Stalker, if I'm able to squeeze in a short Hard Ice fan film around February, I'll do it. Yeah, but it's a lot, bro. It's a lot because you gotta film all these scenes, and sometimes I don't have enough space on my computer. So yeah, it takes time. Aporeki says, I do say. Caslizano says you should do a horror rated R fan film. Yeah, bro. I'm thinking about doing the clown really more gory and grotesque and R rated for the sequel. I sneeze a lot, guys. Cosplayzano says, what about a horror Christmas film? Yeah, that would be cool too. That would be cool too, like Silent Night, Deadly Night, but I would have to come up with something original. I would have to come up with something original, you know? A horror Christmas film. That'll be cool. You know how everyone uses the Santa costume now, like art, and then Silent Night, Deadly Night also uses it. Bad Santa also uses it. I would probably make my Christmas horror movie probably be like, I don't know, maybe the killer could be like some lumberjack with a flannel, a beard, you know? Um, let's just give it a different look, but it still takes place around the holidays, you know, Christmas time or whatever. Just give them a different look. Mr. Censor says, hi, what's up, Mr. Censor? How are you? How are you, Mr. Censor? If you're new here to the channel, welcome to Hollywood Horror Film Club. Today's Horror Talk Wednesdays, episode 51. My name is Frank. Please like and subscribe to the channel. If you're a horror fan, smash the thumbs up and all that good stuff. Surya Cat says, did you watch Nosferatu? Yes, I've seen the old one and the new one. They're both good in their own right. The new one's cool too. I like how the cool shots they got and stuff, you know. Surya Khan said hi. Surya Khan said I'm back. What's up, Surya Khan? Apple Ricky says, what would be your least favorite horror movie? My least favorite horror movie? I don't know, dude. It's hard. I don't know. Apple Ricky, honestly, I don't know. Like, I even like the bad ones. I even like the bad horror movies, you know? So it's like anyways, there can't really be any bad horror movies, you know? Because originally horror movies were made cheap and on a low budget, you know? So since their inception, they've been bad, you know? Horror movies, since their inception, they've been bad, you know? So I mean, I can't really say there's any bad horror movies because they all started out as low budget bad movies, you know. They literally, some horror movies were made to look bad on purpose, you know. It's an artistic style as well to make things look bad, but some people don't understand that kind of artistic merit yet. A lot of people don't get it yet. A lot of people don't understand how to make something look bad, you know. But making sure that that's the artistic style they're going for, you know. So I don't know how to answer that, Apple Ricky. I don't know how to answer that. I like all the horror movies. I like watching all the movies just to copy shots, you know? Just so I have all the shots ingrained in my head. So when I make a movie, I know what shots I want. That's why I watch any movie, bro. I just mainly watch movies. I seen most of the horror movies growing up anyway. So I mainly watch them now just to see how, like, for the camera work, you know? I mainly watch them for the camera work now. Movies, you know? Coslizano says, imagine gingerbread killer in a fan film meeting people. The irony, that would be interesting. That would be a twist, you know, because it would usually the people who eat the gingerbread man. Apariki said, didn't you say you didn't like the Babadook? Yeah, the Babadook's boring. Yeah, I'll give you that one. Yeah, the Babadook's boring. I fell asleep on the Babadook. I gotta admit, I fell asleep on the Babadook. But they do the story's boring. Don't get me wrong. The story put me to sleep, but the camera work is phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. The camera work, don't get me wrong, it's crazy because this is what's crazy about movies is that the story could be horrible, but the cameraman always makes it, even if the story sucks, the cameraman always manages to shoot the movie really good though, you know? Like, that's crazy. That's what's crazy to me is that sometimes the story can suck, but the camera work and cinematography is top notch, you know? Sydney Cash. Oh, what is it? Side Cash Talks One says, when they gonna make a comedy horror movie about gang stalking? I don't know if I would make it comedy though. A gang stalking movie would be interesting. To me, I could picture a gang stalking movie almost kind of like some Men in Black type shit, you know? Say the movie starts out, you know, exterior outside of the house, you know, we see a shot of the house and we're panning in, you know. Next thing you know, we see the person that's paranoid, you know. They're on the phone, checking their phone. And then they look out the window, you know. We see a shot of them looking out the window. Bam. And then we see their POV, the POV of the paranoid person. You see a van outside across the street, you know, and you see some dark figures, almost like Slender Man, all black, and get out, you know. That'll be crazy. That's some gang stalking shit right there. That would be some crazy shit. Coslizano says, is Bird Box any good anymore? What is Bird Box? What is Bird Box? Apareki says people didn't like Mousetrap. I thought it was all right. They could have did better, but it wasn't perfect. It was all right. Yeah, it was good. I like that it was low budget. I like that it was low budget because a lot of low budget movies also like help people like me be like, hey, I could make that too. You know, I like that it was low budget. I actually miss when horror movies their budget was normally low budget. It's not until now and in the 2000s when they started getting these big ass budgets for the remakes, you know. But originally, when all those movies were made, Halloween, Texas Chainsaw, Friday the 13th, you name it, Black Christmas, they were all made on cheap ass budgets, bro. They were low budget movies. They were low budget movies, you know. It's only now that they seem like big franchises because they've been around longer than we've been alive, you know. And now, because now the reboots and the remakes, they all get the big budget treatment, you know. But all these movies were low budget at one point. Surya Cat says, any idea of Friday the 13th franchise would be releasing any new movie sequels? Nah, from what I've been hearing, it's crazy because some people say they are, and then some people say they're not. I read an article here on the channel like about a week or so ago that said supposedly that there is a new movie in the works, that there is apparently, but then I read another one saying that supposedly the guys at Jason Universe are now backtracking on the new movie. So I don't know what to believe, honestly. I just read the news just like all you guys, you know. I just read what I find online. So I don't really know what's going on with them. You know, they're doing Jason so dirty, dude. Like it's just wild to me. It's wild to me that they were able to come up with get a deal going 16, 17 years ago, but they can't get one now, you know? Like Shawnee Cunningham and Victor Miller, you know? I don't know how they did it in 2009, but they managed to come to terms in 2009. And we got probably the best reboot in the reboot series, I think. The Jason, Friday the 13th. But I don't know. Now it's just I don't know, bro. It's just money. It's crazy because yeah, we need money, but at the same time it corrupts the soul of art, money, you know? That's crazy, bro. Money, what that green little paper does. They should make a horror movie about the horrors money causes, you know? Cosplayzano says would love a remake to 13 Ghosts. Or a sequel. Or a sequel would be good too, bro. I think a sequel would be good too. Although the kid that was in 13 Ghosts, or wait. Oh no, that's the Sixth Sense. Never mind. I always confuse 13 Ghosts and the Sixth Sense. Um, Sidecast says beautiful idea. Sidecast says beautiful idea. Yeah, bro, that's what I picture a gang stalking movie would be like. It'll be like these like government kind of entities. They're not human. They're not fully human, you know, but they're not fully alien. They're like hybrids, and they're kind of like the Men in Black, but they gang stalk people, you know, targeted individuals, and that know too much, or that that are aware of government secrets and stuff like that. Yeah, like I said, that would be a cool movie, bro. It's like you just see a black government van pull up to the side across the street, and then you see some dark shadow figures, all black, looking like Slender Man, you know, just looking at the door, just looking at the window, at the guy's window, and then we see a shot of them pointing at the guy, you know, like that, you know, and then we see a shot of the guy just looking out, you know, panning in. That'll be crazy. That'll be crazy. Aporeki says, do you think remake of Christine or Cujo would be good? Nah. I heard the Cujo remake's probably gonna be from Netflix. So there's a 50-50 chance. And I also heard the Christine remake might be from Netflix as well. So I don't know, you know, I don't know, honestly. I wouldn't even know what car they would choose nowadays to be the Christine car, you know? At the time when Christine came out, that was like a 55 Plymouth or something. So the 50s were like 30 years ago in the 80s when Christine came out. The 50s were already like 30 years ago, you know. They were already like 30 or almost 40 years past, you know. And we're in 2025, you know. We're a little farther out than what the 30 years from the 50s to the 80s was, you know. We're like 40 something years away from the 80s already, you know. Christine was only 30 something years away from the 50s, you know? So honestly, like I wouldn't even know what car they would choose. They would either have to choose a car probably from like the late 80s, the late 80s, maybe early 90s, mid 90s, you know, something like that. But it would have to be a good car, though, a cool car. And honestly, I don't think you could really do a Christine anymore nowadays because, like, the cars now just don't look badass like Christine did, bro. That was like a hot rod muscle car from the 50s. That was back when greasers were the thing, you know, and stuff like that. It's back when smoking cigarettes was cool and wearing leather jackets and all that stuff, you know. Nowadays, like if they made a Christine remake or reboot, whatever you want to call it, like how would we even distinguish the era it takes place in, you know? How would we even distinguish the era this modern Christine takes place in? Because you can't even really distinguish 2025 from like 2018, 2019. It all looks the same still, you know? It all looks the same still, you know? And like what look would they give the new Arnie, you know? What look? What would he look like? Because back in the 80s, when the original Christine came out, being a greaser and a bad boy, like a 50s style bad boy, was still a popular thing. A lot of girls still like fantasized about dating a leather jacket, black haired greaser dude, you know? And that's why they gave Arnie Cunningham the greaser look in Christine, because that was still a popular trend at that time. The greaser look isn't so popular anymore, at least not amongst normies like back in the day, like that. Now it's like a subculture. You don't even really see people dressed up as greasers anymore. So that's what I mean is that the Christine remake would be kind of weird because like, what would Arnie even be like? What bad boy would be like a modern like swag guy or that or some bougie freaking rich entrepreneur guy? I don't even know. You see, it doesn't really fit with this era. The Christine remake, it wouldn't really fit. Cujo, on the other hand, I guess that yeah, they could bring Cujo into the 21st century a little easier, honestly. I think they could bring Cujo a little easier to the 21st century than Christine. Surya Khan says, you like Art the Clown Terrifier? Of course. I love Art the Clown. I'm probably going to be Art the Clown for Halloween. I just got to find the costume. Aporiki says, Suri Terrifier is my favorite horror franchise. Cosplay Sano says, realmente necesito empezar a hacer tiempo para conocer gente aquí, especialmente la gente que le gusta el terror como a mí. Awesome, man. Hell yeah, cosplay. Hell yeah, bro. I understand. Hell yeah, we gotta kick it sometime, man. Once when you're not busy and you're done doing all your things, you know, let us know, bro. I got a whole crew of friends and shit. Myers the Vlogger says, yo, what up, Myers the Vlogger? How you doing? How you doing? My name is Frank. Welcome to Hollywood Horror Film Club. Today's Horror Talk Wednesdays, episode 51. My bad, I wasn't able to do the Halloween franchise discussion today. My internet was acting up earlier in the beginning of the stream, so I wasn't able to start. I wasn't able to get on topic right away. But we're just discussing horror movies now. So if you want to join in, join in. Please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, Myers the Vlogger, please. Aporiki says, I'd get a Saint Bernard and name it Cujo, and a black and white French bulldog and name it Art. Ah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool, Aporiki. That would be cool. Aporiki says, imagine someone named their daughter Enchilada. Hey, that'd be funny though. But those are good though. Enchiladas are pretty good. Enchiladas are pretty good. Don't get me wrong. Let's see, my internet's finally working, bro. Got all messed up. Apple Reiki says, Sabrayish? What's Sabrayish, Apple Reiki? What is Sabrayish? What is Sabrayish? Hey, did you guys catch my video? Did anyone watch my video on my 2018 mask rehaul? Let me know in the chat, guys. Did anyone see my Halloween 2018 mask rehaul video? Let me know in the chat. Did anyone see my Halloween 2018 mask rehaul video? Apple Ricky says, remember that name, Saberish? Wasn't that some person that came into the chat talking smack? I love this mask. Yo, look at that, 2018. Damn, bro, I love this 2018. I think it looks awesome. This 2018 mask looks great, bro. I love it. Love how it came out. That shit looks cool. Apple Ricky says, yes. Caspizano says, definitivamente te lo haré saber. Voy a hacer tiempo libre pronto. Mascarilla de aspecto genial. Okay, awesome, Cosplay. Awesome. Cosplay says, in the dark spots, that mask will look more creepy. In dark spots, that mask will look more creepy. Yeah, it does look creepy, huh? It has a creepy look, the 2018 one. Dude, I'm glad I got the color so good on it. I was trying to go for that Trick or Treat Studios look. The Trick or Treat Studios has more like that smoky gray look on it on their promo pictures. And I know some people make the mask more like yellow or like more off-white eggshell color, but I like the Trick or Treat Studios look more. Oh yeah, bro, his mask looks creepy. Apple Ricky says Jake's cousin's name is Junior from Chucky the TV series. Oh yeah, I forgot, Apple Ricky. I forgot, yeah. Junior, yeah, his name was Junior. I forgot. That's my brother's name also. I forgot. I forgot. Oh yeah, dude, this 2018 is awesome. Looks so cool. They should mess the hair up on it more, huh? All right. Apple Ricky says, imagine you call your child May, short for mayonnaise. That's pretty funny. Mayonnaise. That is pretty funny, Apple Ricky. Damn, this sucks, guys. I wasn't able to do my live stream the way I wanted it to. I wanted to do a review of the whole Halloween franchise. Damn, but we got derailed, bro. We got derailed. We got derailed today. That sucks. That sucks. My mask looks crooked. I gotta fix it. Then we're gonna be shooting Halloween Ends this Saturday night. That's gonna be awesome, yo. We're gonna be right there at the sewer opening, and I get a shot of Michael standing right there. Apple Ricky says, "Do you have any shit stories?" Nah, Apple Ricky, not no more. No more of those. No more of those. No more of those. No more of those, Apple Ricky. Those stories are. That was only one story I had. Yeah, let's keep smashing the thumbs up, guys. Come on. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up. Probably gonna be cutting the lives soon already, guys. It's gonna be a short live today since my internet wasn't working in the beginning. Definitely gonna have to do this Halloween franchise discussion next Wednesday though, for Horror Talk Wednesdays, because I might not be going live on Sunday, guys. I might not be going live on Sunday because I'm probably gonna go to Sugarman Gallery in Pasadena and do a video for Myers Monday. I want to see the Halloween Kills props. I want to see the Halloween Kills props in person. So yeah, it's a chance I might not be going live on Sunday. Apple says, when I was younger, I had shit up my back and my hair when I was little. Oh man, Apple Ricky, that's crazy. But that's when you were little though. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy as hell, Apple Ricky. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up, guys. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up. Let's get it up to 14. We're almost there. We are almost there, guys. We are almost there. Let's get it up to 14. But yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to be cutting the live at 6:20 today, all right? So we got 2 more minutes. Everyone, I'm going to be cutting the live at 6:20 today. So we got 2 more minutes. My bad, I wasn't able to do the segment I wanted to do, the Halloween franchise discussion, but I'll definitely be doing it next Wednesday though, unless we get some more horror movie news, you know. But I was supposed to do that today because there wasn't a lot of horror movie news recently, you know. So who knows by then if there'll be new news out, you know. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see, man. This sucks though. We got 1 more minute, guys. We got 1 more minute. 1 more minute, I'm cutting the live stream already, guys. So you guys got any questions, ask them now, because I probably won't be going live until next Wednesday. Does anyone like Batman here? Check this out. I found this Batman cowl. Look at that. Do I look like Batman? Frank, see you next Wednesday. Take care. Take care, Cosplayzano. Take care, bro. My bad, I wasn't able to do the live stream how I usually do it. Like I said, my internet was acting up today. Look at that mask. The top one looks pretty good, though. I wish it fit a little more, though. Crazy, That's crazy. This mask looks crazy, dude. Cosplayzano says you look fire as Batman, by the way. That's crazy. I actually do look pretty good, huh? I got the chin for it, definitely. I just need a tighter mask though. This one's too huge. My head's not fat enough, you know? So my chin doesn't fit, but I definitely got the chin for it. Apple says, I named my future fluffy orange cat Malachi after Children of the Corn. You're crazy, Apple Ricky. Yeah, I definitely got the chin for it, though. Let me see. Batman. The wide eyes. Look at that. I got the wide eyes. I like this cow. All right, thank you so much, Hollywood Horror Film Club, Ghostface, and Michael Myers Collectors for joining me today on this short live stream. Today was Horror Talk Wednesdays, episode 51. Like I always say, please smash the like and subscribe button. It really helps out in the algorithm. Smash the bell notification to be notified when I go live or upload new videos here on the channel. Hit the comments below. Share these videos with everyone you know so we can keep making more horror content. If you want to follow me on IG for more horror content, link down in the description. And if you'd like to leave a donation to the channel, Cash App link down below as well. If not, just keep smashing the thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys next Wednesday. I'll let you guys know if I go live on Sunday, but most likely I won't because I'm going to go to Sugarman Gallery. So I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Take care, everyone. Apple Ricky says, because Malachi has orange hair and it's orange cat, I'd be perfect. Yeah, that's true, Apple Ricky. That is true. All right, take care, everyone. I'll see you later.